10 minutes. That's it.
10-minute things that would change everything.
So we have been looking for a little while to do a challenge based on nutrition.
I'm going to make this part of my daily routine, and you're more than welcome to join us. Hello and welcome to 10 Minutes Healthier. My name's Ian and I'm the host of this show, and I'm here with my co-host, Amanda Coleman.
Hello, everyone. So last week our challenge was to work on a physical movement that you're weak at. And so, Ian, I know you were doing triple unders, so I'm wondering how it went.
Oh man, I just knock out long sets of triple unders now.
Seriously?
No, that's not true. But I can do triple unders now, and I can do them pretty much on demand, just not one right after the other. And so I'm also wondering whether my height has any... just because I like to make excuses, whether that has anything to do with it, like maybe just a longer rope, you're just not able to get it around 3 times. So that's one possibility. So if you're over 6'4" and you can do triple unders, please call me out on Facebook and be like, nope, you just suck. But that could be one thing. And the other thing is I just think that maybe I haven't gotten the rhythm right.
Yeah.
The same way people struggle with double unders because it's a new rhythm.
Right.
I think maybe that's the deal. But I'm better at triple unders than when we started the week, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah,
so.
And did it go quickly? Like, did you get it quickly, or how long did it take?
I actually did. In the same way you do with double unders, like sometimes you get them and then they go away and then then they come back. And so that's what happened to me. I got a couple on the first day, and then they went away, and then they came back at the end of the week.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's great.
Cool. I have to tell you a funny story, though.
Okay, I'm ready.
So to get the rhythm, I was like, well, maybe if I was on a trampoline, I could get like a big jump and just practice the rhythm of jumping. And I was out on the trampoline. I made my kids shovel the snow off of it so I could go jump rope on the trampoline. Yeah, it doesn't work at all. It throws the time of your jump is just so weird and way off. You can't even do it. So it was a fail.
Funny.
It was actually can't even do single unders on a trampoline. So not good advice. So there you have it.
Great. Good
How
to
about
know.
you? You were on push-ups. How did that go?
Yeah, so I loved this challenge. Seriously, maybe it was my favorite. Just because I think it really showed how working 10 minutes on something can make a huge difference. So it was kind of humbling for me. I told you I was going to do push-ups, and I think we tend to go to the gym and or do our home workouts, and whatever's programmed, we just do our best at it. And so we cheat a little bit the movements. And so at my gym, a lot of times push-ups are programmed, and I just end up doing like a wide push-up, like having my arms out wide instead of like a strict right under my shoulders, because it's easier for me. But it's often programmed a strict push-up, and so I really wanted to work on, and it's a different muscle movement. And I mean, I'm here to say, if you're doing a wide push-up, that's still good exercise. Like you're still working a part of your body. But I wanted to get that strict push-up, and so I knew I was going to have to at least go on my knees. And so I went on my knees, and I couldn't do even one, which was humbling for me. But just because I thought, I can get one. And then I couldn't. And so I didn't really know how to get better. So I looked up some videos and looked up how do you get better at push-ups. And so I ended up going backwards to like the position that I could be in where I could do a consistent strict push-up, and it ended up being on the wall standing. So I thought maybe I could do elevated or something, but I couldn't. And so I had to go to the wall, and by the end of that first 10 minutes, that first day, my arms were shaking, my triceps were shaking. And so I knew it was good, but I just was like, I can't believe I'm pushing up on the wall. And so, that was a little bit.
So like, just to encourage you, I think that there's a lot of people out there that cheat push-ups like crazy. And not to be a jerk or anything, I think that they just don't realize they're doing it. So lots of times the standards are sort of all over the place at, if you're at a CrossFit gym or at like a boot camp style gym when push-ups are programmed, and probably because people won't swallow their pride and go over to the wall and get a really nice, strict push-up as they build into more advanced versions of it. So, so if you're out there and you're wondering whether your push-ups are solid or not, if you're wondering, they probably aren't, and you should probably back off a little bit and work on your form and stuff. So
and I think, it's just a good opportunity to work on something so specific, because when we go to the gym, we just don't take the time to work on a specific movement. There's no time for that. We go in and we do the workout and we leave. And so to have to concentrate on it was really good for me. And then really by the end of the week, I was back down on the floor doing it on my knees. So it was really quick progress. And I think some of it's just understanding the movement better and what it's going to feel like and stuff. But I was able to work all the way back down to doing it on my knees. I still can't do it on my feet, but that just might take a while. So
yeah, well, I think push-ups specifically are one that you can make gains really fast if you are really purposed and do it a lot. But then also it's a double-edged sword because they go away really fast. Because I know I was working up to like trying to get longer sets of push-ups recently, and I was doing really well, and just let go of it for a little while, and all of a sudden I was almost back to square one. So that's just a stubborn one.
I know. So I think I have to stick with it.
Yep.
Cool. For sure.
So this would be a good time to mention that we had a vote on our Facebook group about whether we should keep these episodes to 10 minutes or whether we could just explore, going a little bit longer when we have a little bit more to say so we don't have to cut as much out. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Hopefully that doesn't annoy anyone. There was one person who said that they would listen to us for hours.
Yeah.
They've named their children after us, and that, that we could do no wrong. So thanks, Marcy, for saying that. So what about this week? What do we have planned?
So we have been looking for a little while to do a challenge based on nutrition, and it's really hard, surprisingly, to come up with a nutrition challenge that you can do 10 minutes a day. But I think we did it.
Yes.
We are going to do food logging, and I think I would add water in there. Food and water.
Food and water logging. Is there a way to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
There's obviously a way to do that, but sounds impossible.
Right. So we'll just be logging everything that we eat and drink all day long. There's tons of apps out there.
Yeah, so if you've got an app that you already use for that or that you've used before for that, we're not going to try to like pigeonhole you into one specific thing, but you had one that you were using with your sister. What are you using?
So I use MyFitnessPal, and it's really easy. It gives you it takes a little profile of you, and then it gives you kind of a recommended calories and stuff like that, and then it logs it for you. Yeah.
And I thought I'd mention too that this isn't necessarily about weight loss. We're not like saying like, can you pinch an inch, see how much you can lose over the course of this week. We're just wanting people to be mindful of what they're putting in their bodies. I know for me, I just go through life, and sometimes I eat clean and sometimes I eat a bag of donuts, and and so I think
you love the donuts.
Oh, the donuts, they're so good. They're like wax but chocolate. It's so delicious. But yeah, so I'm thinking about eating a clean diet through this week, and I've never tracked my food eating a clean diet. I'm always just like, well, I'm eating clean, so I can eat whatever I want and as much as I want. But lots of times I feel like I just don't get enough food because I get busy, but I'm eating things that aren't very calorie dense. And so for me, wanting to like gain muscle and things like that, I just may not be eating enough calories to do that. So it'll be really interesting.
Yeah. And I think it's just good to log your food every once in a while just to check in and see how you're doing. And I think one of the things I like on the app that I use is that at the end of the day, you can look back and see what your nutrition has been like. So you can see how much protein you've had and how many carbs you've had and stuff like that. And so I think then it helps you to make really easy and simple adjustments. If you know that you're not getting enough protein, to add some beans into your lunch or whatever would be a great way to do that.
Isn't a bean a legume, Amanda? Wouldn't you be like not paleo and all plant-based and stuff if you did that? I'm kidding.
Gosh.
I mean, there's lots of ways to be healthy, right? So
yes, right.
So, but yeah, I love that. Like, just looking at where your calories are coming from, and if something's way out of whack. So, like zone parameters are 30% fat, 30% protein, and 40% carbohydrates, I believe. I probably messed that up. And so like, I always try to, in my mind, I think, oh, I'm shooting for that when I eat something. And so, but I could be way off depending on how many calories are in the potato I ate, or, from carbs and stuff. So it'll be cool to see.
Yeah. And I think it'll be no surprise to people who have listened to this podcast to know the trouble for me, because I've already been doing this for a week now with my sister, is the chips.
The chips.
The chips are always the problem.
The sodium problem, the carbohydrate problem, all that stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, and it's no secret that, I'm curious to see how much protein is in donuts.
Right.
All right.
And then if you wanted, this might be weird. You can tell me if it's too weird. To take it one step further, I also think it's interesting sometimes to log whenever you're wanting to eat, but you're not really hungry, to also log what is happening in that moment. What am I feeling? Am I bored? Am I sad? Is it a habit? Those things are really helpful too, just to know, why am I eating when I'm not really hungry? So,
yeah. My wife and I got back from celebrating our anniversary, and we just had this ridiculous meal, like we had to roll ourselves out of there, right? And I came home and I ate like a cinnamon roll that probably was ready to be thrown away. It was like half dried up and stuff. Yeah. She's like, what are you doing? And it's like boredom. And like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just being dumb right now with my body and my nutrition. So, cool. So I think this is a great challenge. And I think if it does nothing else, it makes people decide what they're putting into their bodies.
Yeah, be intentional.
Right. And because you're going to have to write it down if you eat a half a bag of donuts.
Yes.
So I'm excited. Good luck, Amanda.
Thank you. Good luck to you.
And good luck to everyone out there. Don't forget to sign up for our Facebook group. We kind of banter back and forth and share our experiences as the week goes on in the Facebook group, and it's been a lot of fun so far. So do that. Anything else we want to add?
I don't think so.
Oh, and if you would not mind taking just a second and reviewing us on iTunes, that will get us in front of more people, and more people can participate, and it'll be more fun for everybody. So please do that if you haven't already.
Sounds good.
See you guys later. Bye.
Bye.